Okay, so welcome to my stream. I have a little treat for you guys. I spent the last 2 or so hours completely disassembling and preparing to completely rebuild an engine with 100% pieces. So, absolutely everything is brand new. So, I have done all of this for this stream, and it should be fun. So, we're going to go ahead and get right into this video. So, yeah, we're going to start with the fuel injectors because if we don't do these now, I'm probably going to forget them. So, let's take all of these. Let's put them into the engine. Okay, now that the fuel injectors are in, I'm going to go to the crankshaft. So before we can put the crankshaft in, we have to put in the main bearings. Um, Obviously, these are the block side. They're also main bearing cap side, which are these. So we're going to start with the block side, which also have thrust bearings. What thrust bearings do is they keep the crankshaft from wiggling while in the engine. So we're going to get these over there. We're going to put them in. So those thrust bearings I was talking about go in on the side of these bearings, of this bearing right here. So it goes on both sides, and it just keeps it from wiggling, and that'll keep your crankshaft from going all over the place. So now we can take our crankshaft, plop it in, and now we can go to the cap side. So I'm going to install all of these caps, and I need all these bolts. I placed every bolt and everything with each other just to make this as simple as possible. No trying to find bolts and nuts while building this engine. It's all just right there. So now we're going to place all these in. Now I do know the torque specs, but I do not know how exactly I'm supposed to do this, so don't yell at me over that. But I'll try my best to get this as accurate as possible. Okay, now we're going to tighten this down. And yes, I am completely torquing this down. So, if you can see my little dot, my little cursor over here, I am moving this wrench. I'm screwing every bolt, every nut into this engine. The one nice thing about wrench is you don't have to worry about using Plastigauge and all those fancy tools to make sure that everything's aligned perfectly. It's just correct. So you just get to assemble everything. And I'm messing up my little engine stand. There we go. Okay, so now that those are in, this turns and spins and everything nice and smooth. So now the next step, sorry for any background noise. Now for the next step, I'm going to build the pistons. So I actually think I'm going to start with doing the rods. So what I'm doing is I'm just assembling the piston. I'll explain it more on the second piston, but what is happening is I'm just assembling everything that would go on it. And now this first piston is ready to be put into the engine. Alright, so this is how you put a piston together. So there's these things, just pin clips. So you put them into one side of the piston. Then you flip the piston over. You put the connecting rod into the piston. Oh wait, I lied. I think I take that pin out for some odd reason. Wait, I just did the other one. Why am I... Hold up. I gotta think about this. Doesn't have me putting this in first, right? No. Oh, wait, I... Forget about that. So, like I had said, you start by putting the pin in. You put the piston on the rod. You flip it over, and then you put the wrist pin through the little hole. And then you take your other pin clip, you clip it in there, and that keeps that pin, or that, keeps that rod from coming out. That, the, oh my gosh. That is, oh, it's a wrist pin. So yeah, it keeps that wrist pin from coming out. That wrist pin allows the piston to go side to side while being connected to the rod, obviously. So now we're going to connect a rod bearing. And then these are piston rings. So this is the oil ring. So this will keep a good oil pressure. This is like a, almost like a compression ring. And then this is the actual compression ring. So this intermediate is like, it's somewhat of a compression ring. I think. I'm not most, I don't know. I don't really know much about pistons and whatnot, so. And I think I have this on backwards. Okay, I'm doing something wrong. I think I have this on wrong. I think that's what my problem is. Put it on, and you flip it over. There we go. I was doing the wrong side. So yeah, I'm just gonna put everything together how it should go. And now our pistons are complete. So I have the nuts over here, and I'm going to take this and put it directly into the engine. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to take this piston. I'm going to put them all into the engine. Oh, there we go. Alright. So another nice thing about wrench is once it's in the engine, it has no gravity. So you can flip it upside down and it's not going to go off on you. So I can just take all of these and put them all in. I don't have to worry about holding the piston or anything. Worry about getting those rings to fit in the cylinder, but we're just gonna go on ahead and put these in. I'm gonna rotate this a little bit. Just to get these more centered. There we go. And this takes 50 Newton meters. Oh, that's the wrong wrench. 50 Newton meters. So I'll just torque these down. And the nice thing about tightening them yourself is that you get all of your torques right. Because there's this cool, nifty, handy dandy little thing you can do where you can auto bolt it. But the problem with that is it usually doesn't get torqued right. That one seemed like it was pretty decent, but that doesn't always happen. Sometimes they over tighten it, sometimes they under tighten it. I think that's how you say it. And yeah, it's just the torque is all over the place. So that's why I'm not going to do that for this engine, because I do have a lot of parts, a lot of money. Put about $9.5 grand into this engine, 3 of which went to this turbo, which we will be installing on the engine, which I think is cool. I do have a turbo in that car as well, but it's just always fun to have a turbo on your car. So now I'm going to take the head gasket, which is always necessary. I'm going to put that right onto the engine block. And this is the transmission plate. This goes right on the back of the engine. The nice thing about this is it also holds your starter. For some odd reason it just slips in there, and it fits on there perfectly. So now that just sits there until we get to it later. So now that I have this, I think I'm actually going to turn to the right and I'm going to build the top end of this engine. So this took me quite the while to set up, obviously. This is very organized. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install everything and we'll move on. So I'm going to start by installing these spark plugs because I already know I'll forget. I will forget this. So I'll do it now. This handy dandy little thing you can put on the end of your wrench, which is nice and long. Oh, I did not mean to grab the cylinder head. Okay, let's retry this. Let's look down in here. And there we go. And it's nice and long so you can fit your wrench down into there. Tighten these spark plugs, made specifically for this. But you can use it for other things too. But yeah, if you don't have it, I'll show you even. If you don't have it, it will not let you tighten it. See how there's red around it? It will not let you tighten it. But then you put the thing on it, it goes blue. Now you can tighten that down. So, now I have my... Oh, okay. Now that I have my spark plugs in, I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to install my valves. So I'm going to start with intake. Should probably grab them all. And they only go on one side of the engine. So I'm going to put all of these in. I'm also going to put this one. Ooh. I'm going to put the exhaust in as well. Just so I don't have to flip this back over. And oh, now we can flip this engine back over. And we can start plugging all of these in. So I have them in order of how they need to go in. I know, so thoughtful of me to do that. Get them all organized. So yeah, I'm going to grab all of these. And these things are little. Okay. And they just slide right on. All 16 of them. And now that we have those, we're going to move on to our springs. Now in real life, you would need a tool for this because these are really hard to compress. And you have to put the cap on it. I don't remember what it's called, but you got to put a cap on this. These right here, the retainers, valve retainers. These will hold those springs down so that they don't go flying out. Oh. Now, like I was saying, that would need a tool because these are very hard to compress. Now we're going to move on to the caps. Okay. There we go. All right. Now the next step is going to be the cams. So I'm going to start by taking the intake and the exhaust cams and just sliding them right on there. I'm going to take all these screws and I'm going to start putting them on the engine. Now these do have to go in a specific order. If they don't go in the specific order, then your engine just won't work. So you have to make sure that you have these right for it to work. So now I can go on ahead and put all of these bolts into it. And this will take our little boy. I think this was 12, right? Yeah, there we go. Now, I don't know if this one needs a specific tightening sequence, so I think I'll just do it anyway, just in case. I'm gonna start by just basically hand tightening them, and then we'll torque them down. Oh, I got it. Okay, so I'm gonna hand tighten, and then I'll torque them all down, and I'll move on to the next one. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So now we have that torque down. Now we can take our cam gear. We can put this on. So this cam gear later on. Oh, here's our special little tool I forgot about. Yeah, actually, I don't think I've ever done this before without just auto torquing it. I might have to, because I don't know what tool this would take. I mean, unless it's this, but I doubt it. That's, yeah, I can't really do anything about that. I'm just gonna auto torque it. Sadly. Yeah, I'm actually kind of upset about that. Oh well. And we'll just go on ahead and take all of these and put them on. I'm gonna start by just doing this first. So, I believe this little thing that I just put on is a sensor. Yeah. So, this will tell the engine, or you, oh shoot, hang on. it'll tell you exactly what angle the pistons are at and everything, because it'll just know by how this cam is rotated exactly what the position of the engine is at. So I think that's kind of cool that you can do that all the way from the head. So now we're going to tighten these down. And the next step, oh, I did not mean to do that. Let me put that back down. I don't want to get these mixed up. Okay, so now we're going to take all of these and plop them on. I've always found doing the head is my favorite part of the engine. Because it's just, I don't know why actually, but I just find it to be a lot of fun. That and like building the pistons and putting the pistons in. It's always just intrigued me so much. I think it's so cool. So that's why I chose to do this first. Forgot, this needs 12 Newton meters. Oh, there we go. There we go. So, after I get everything on this head done, I'm not actually going to install it yet. I'm gonna leave it on the table. Actually, I might install it. We'll see. Oh, I forgot about torquing this in sequence. It'll be fine. It won't blow up. Right? Hope not. But, yeah, I might install the head. We'll see. Actually, yeah, I will. I will install the head. Because I put the turbo on, which I don't know if we know this, but the turbo uses exhaust to... Oh, did I lose the screw for this? No, I didn't have one. Okay, I'm overthinking it. Turbos use exhaust for power, and that's where it gets the boost from. Oh, I forgot to install my other cam gear. Sadly, I gotta auto bolt it. And now we can... Oh, I'm forgetting one step. This takes 20. Okay. And then this. That's right. We're getting there. We're remembering. So these are just little clips to make sure that this stays on. Why can I not? There we go. And, oh, I forgot the bolt. That could have been bad. Okay. Now that that's installed, we can head on to the front, which I'm going to turn this around. Now we're going to install the thermostat nose, or whatever that's called, and install the actual thermostat itself. Because if I don't install this first, and then I put the timing plate on, I won't be able to install this. So I have to do this first. Oh, and it just happens to be 20. Perfect. But yeah, I gotta install this first, and then I can install the timing plate and the thermostat, and we can move on from the head and get on to the rest of the engine. Like getting the turbo installed and all of that. Oh, why'd it come out? There we go. Okay, so now we're on to the timing plate. Uh-oh. What did I forget? I think it's this. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know why. Yeah, that's what it was. We weren't supposed to put the gears on first. I didn't know that, actually. I thought it would have been okay. So, now we gotta get all these confusing bolts in. And I might have to twist these gears a little bit just to get to them. Oh, I'm trying to twist the gear. I don't know why I can't twist the gear. Oh well, I'll just tighten it through it, because it's not like it's gonna matter. Because I can no-clip. And sequence doesn't matter, it's a timing plate, so. It's 2. Okay, maybe actually I should just remove this again. The troubles of building an engine. Gotta love it. Yeah, okay, I already did that one. I'm forgetting which ones I've done already. I believe that's all 8. 4, 5. Oh, sorry, I lied. 6. All 6. Okay. Now, we're going to take these really obnoxiously long bolts, and we're going to install our head casting. I need a flashlight. This takes a torque of almost 80. Wow. That's a lot of torque. This one does need a pattern, so, or a sequence. So, I think just hand tightening is fine, but torquing it down, I should definitely use a sequence for it. Already did that one, and then that one. Okay. I'm gonna back up a little. And we're gonna hand torque these down. Or, not hand torque, just torque them down. There we go. That's a tight one. There we go. I should probably turn off, like, the length, because I don't like that. Uh-oh. Okay, we're on this one. Wow, I almost forgot that. Okay, now we're over here. There we go. We gotta lock back in. We're zoning out. How could we be zoning out while building an engine? Who does that? I already did that one. Yeah, okay. So this is the last bolt. And then after that, we're on to the next stages of our build. It's looking good. This engine's coming along. We've got pistons in there and everything. We're looking good. We're looking good. Man, I keep grabbing the engine stand instead of the... It's a little close. I gotta move it now. That's a little better. But I'm picky. There we go. Okay, that's good. Alright. The next step is going to be our clutch. So, I'm going to go on ahead and install it. So, this takes a torque of 10 Newton meters. Nice and easy. Doesn't take much. Okay. Now onto the actual clutch. We're going to start with the flywheel. And that was a bearing. It's called the pilot bearing. And it just keeps it spinning smoothly, obviously. So, oh, wrong buttons. Oh, there. Okay. So this takes 100 Newton meters. So that's gonna take the big boy. I think this one also takes a sequence. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the star pattern. There we go. Come on. There we go. 100 Newton meters. I'm pretty sure that's like as much as the tires. Which is a lot. That's for sure. Even with this big wrench, it takes quite the amount of force. Yeah, I'm gonna be totally honest. I usually just do the auto fasten because I don't build my own engine very often. So what I do is for like jobs, for like extra money, so that I could pay for this engine, I speed run them and I just hang on. I went there. There was my problem. Then I went there. Okay, I think I'll go here and then I'll go on the top. But yeah, as I was saying, I usually just auto fasten these, so I don't do hand torquing and all of that very often. So this is a shock for me even. Oh wow, yeah, no, I really messed this up. Yeah, as you can see, I don't do this very often. Wow, I got really messed up. So I think I've got them all now. There, and there. Okay, we've got them all. That's good enough for me. So now we're on to the pressure plate and the actual clutch disc. We start by installing the clutch disc right into the pressure plate, and then we take that right on over to the engine and just plop it right on the back of it. Now, once again, this is going to take that little star sequence that I did on the last one, which we all saw I was not very good at. So hopefully we do a little better this time. Hopefully. Okay. Let's get these torqued. Uh, Oh my gosh, I actually did it this time. Okay, in the top right of my screen, it just said a new car listed. I am in need of a cheap car to put this engine in. I don't want an expensive car because I don't want to put an engine that it doesn't need into the car. So I'd like to have somewhere from like $15,000 to $18,000, which we're not seeing. So we're gonna keep waiting. Sadly. Okay. I gotta think now. After that, we're gonna go back over here. I think actually I'm gonna go right into these. These are the engine mounts. So this will um, bolt to the engine, and then from the engine it'll bolt right into the car. This is um, mainly what keeps the engine in the car. So these are very important to make sure we keep up to date with these, or else we have some problems. So I'm going to torque these down. And I'm going to get them installed into this car. Which these caps also go on the front of them. Okay. So that one goes there, and this one goes there. Now we gotta bolt these in with 60 Newton meters. Okay. Oh, not the right bolt. Oh, I did not mean to click that. Okay. Just stop. There we go. Trying to get these bolts in. Just trying to tighten. Alright. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button. It's very simple and easy to do. And it helps me out. Okay. We're gonna install the oil pump now. So, that little thing I just put on is a gasket. That's for this. This is the pickup tube. So that'll pick up all the oil in the bottom of the engine, in the oil pan. And it'll flush it through to the pistons so that they get a good flow of oil. So this is the main seal, and then this is the oil pan seal. So those installed just like that. We'll start by installing the oil pump. It goes on right there. And now we're going to go on ahead and get these bolts in here. There's two different kinds of bolts actually. I want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure that I'm not doing anything before anything else. But no, I'm doing good. So these take a torque of 22. All of them. Yep, okay. Okie dokie. Now for this one. And let's torque it down. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to flip the engine. And now we're going to install our oil pickup tube. So it goes right on that gasket I was talking about. And it only takes two little bolts. Maybe. There we go. Two little bolts. And see, it takes almost no torque to get this thing in there. 9 Newton meters. Once again, sorry for the background noise. But yeah, we're going to torque this down. And now that we have that in, we're going to move over to the windage tray. I don't get where that name came from, but it came from something. Now I'm going to put this back in the engine, just like that. I'm going to grab this nut or bolt. Wait, yeah, it was a nut. Then I'm going to grab all these bolts, including the big long one. And we're going to take this and put the oil pan right on the engine. Now, this is the annoying part. I'm actually going to start with reinstalling. Wait, what? I'd like to reinstall this nut. I believe it goes right on this, but I'm not really seeing that right now. Okay, I can only auto torque it, so I'll just retorque it to 20. Okay. Alright, now that that's in, we're going to take our long ones, and they go right into there. And then the rest of our little ones go all of the way around. Come on. There we go. Alright, I got the... yeah. Okay. Probably should have waited to put these on, but that's alright. Now these are torqued down to 10 Newton meters, which might seem like a very small amount for your oil pan, but there's 20 screws, so I think it'll be fine. I'm just gonna tighten them all as I go. There's just too many screws. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because it doesn't matter, it's just an oil tray. At least I don't think it matters. That's why I'm doing this in a game and not in real life. But, probably could. Maybe, if I knew the names of everything, but I don't, so. Oh, I know the names of most of the things, but not all of them. God, it keeps going back to that same little thing. I'm gonna tilt this back real quick. Just to make it a little easier. And yes, it is no clipping through the oil pan, but in real life I could just add an attachment, pull it all the way up above the oil pan, and we'd be good to go. Alright, so there's the oil pan. The whole bottom end is completely done. We're almost done with this engine now. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this back over. I'm going to run over here, and I'm actually going to install the oil filter. So, I'm going to start by installing the oil cooler. This is the actual cooler itself, I guess. I didn't know that, by the way. And, wow, there's a lot of noise going on in the background, but that's okay. Alright, but yeah, install the oil cooler and then the oil filter, and it looks like a normal oil filter now. So, we're going to run back over here and we're going to install the water pump. Yeah, the water pump. And this does have a gasket and a pipe that it connects to. I don't remember where it is. There it is. Right there and right there. These are 20 Newton meters. I am stuck in the table. There we go. let's go to 20. Oh, and let's torque these down. Okay. I'm going to grab my screws. We're going to take this, we're going to run it over here, and put it right onto there. So now, we're going to put our screws in, just like that, and this takes 24. Very specific number. Gotta love it. I don't know. I'm just going to do them all together. There's not 16 bolts, so it's fine. Okay, let's torque these down. And then we'll move on. I think the turbo's coming close. It's not quite the next thing, I don't think. Let's see. Okay, actually, the turbo is the next thing. So, like I had said before, the turbo runs off of exhaust. So, we're going to take our Trax Bearing Engineering Turbo. Okay, this is an exhaust manifold, but we're going to take that, we're going to put it right onto that, right there. That's where your normal exhaust manifold would be. Which here, actually, I'll show you the difference. This is, like it says, an OEM exhaust manifold. This is a turbo manifold. So, the turbo manifold has very small pipes, which end somewhere around like right here, while the regular OEM manifold comes all the way back here into one port like this, all the way in the back. Now, the reason why this goes like this, or it's so much shorter, is this turbo connects right onto that right there, right from the exhaust. And that's how your turbo's connected. So that is the reason why that's like that. So let's go ahead and get the absurd amount of bolts connected to this exhaust. And let's try and find every place it goes. I don't know how you would actually tighten these in real life. I'm just gonna say it. How would you get that in there? And I'm missing one still. Oh, there it is. And this is torqued down to 40. That's kind of a lot. But yeah, we're gonna get these torqued in. And we'll get onto the turbo, which is everyone's favorite part of an engine, right? Your favorite part of an engine isn't a turbo. Who are you? Because turbos are fun. So, let's get this torqued down, and then get the turbo in, get moving on. Maybe we can even find a car that's actually in my price range. Probably not, but my game is like lagging out. Okay. Hopefully we can find a car and we can get this put into a car and maybe even get it in a race. Doubtful though. It'll probably need work on it, like bleeding the brakes and bunch of things that are wrong with it, like a broken wheel or something. That's things that have happened before. Ooh. And nothing. I might just save up another like 10 grand, 20 grand, and just buy a $30,000 car so that I don't need to do a lot of maintenance to it. And hopefully, maybe I can use that engine and build that one up. I don't know. But yeah, I've had this engine laying around for probably about 2 weeks, like real time 2 weeks. And it's just been sitting here doing absolutely nothing. Okay, now we're onto our engine. This is kind of the confusing part. I've finally figured it all out with all these nuts and lock nuts and all that, so we're gonna get this installed onto here. Now I'm gonna start by getting he's installed on. And it is 15 Newton meters. Kind of hard to see that one, isn't it? How am I supposed to? No, I want... I actually don't know. Okay. There we go. Kind of a weird angle, but we'll just do it from here. Okay. 2 more. Okay. Now we have that on there. Here's the confusing part. There is the turbo stud locking tab, and then the turbo stud E-clip, and that nut. So that nut and these two things, when you first install a turbo, can be confusing if it's your first time. So we start by installing the nut, and then we go and we install the locking tab. Maybe. There we go. Now after the locking tab, we install the E-clip. So this turbo is not going anywhere. This is locked in here. Oh, what do you know? I found a better place. Okay. Now, turbos also take in a ton of air. That's also where they get a lot of... Actually, I don't know why they take in air, but they do. It's just the fan. So, we have to have an air filter. Now, I believe it's this one. No, it's this one. So, we install this air filter, and for the most part, our turbo is done. Other than installing it onto the car, this turbo is actually done. Now, I do have another clamp, so I'm gonna guess that it goes with this. Oh, I lied. It does go over here. It's for the exhaust. Okay. Excuse that in the background. I'm just as shocked as you are. Okay. Next up, we have... Let me look. Let me think. We have this right here. These tensioner pulleys. So, these are different, but they do basically the same thing. They tension the pulley. Oh wait, they are a pulley. They tension the belt, the timing belt. Okay. Now that we have that in there, we install the crankshaft sprocket, I guess they call that, and then the key. We Now we need to time the engine. That's an I and that's an E. I and E. You need to line these up. Which I'm going to make sure I did accurately. There we go. Okay. Now we need our tensioner spring and our actual timing belt. So we're going to plop the timing belt on and let's recheck this. That one's not right. And that's why we check it, because our timing would have been off. Okay, yeah, that's good. Now we take our tensioner spring and we hook it in right there, which pulls the belt together. And now that that is on, we can move on to other things such as the alternator and the um yeah, really the alternator. That's the next step. So I'm going to think, yeah, I installed these. I've got it in order. I don't know. Oh, and I did not mean to completely grab that. So yeah, I'm gonna grab all of these. I'm gonna leave that one for just a second. I'll come back for it. So we start by installing that one, and then this, and then okay, yeah. This is where things are different for me, because like I said, I usually use the auto fasten. This takes a specific tool. So I have to um maybe I put this on first. It's been a minute for sure. I don't really know how I'm meant to do this. Hang on. It's been quite a minute, I guess. And then 160. Yeah, I can't even fasten it in. It is this one, right? Yeah, it's this. Okay, I'm confused why I'm incapable of tightening this. I don't want to do it, but I might have to auto fasten this. But I have the tool for it. And it's meant to be right, but I think I'm just missing something, but I don't know what I'm missing. No. What am I missing? Okay. Oh, I totally didn't realize that. Okay then. Let's get this in here. I'm gonna use this actually. This is risky though, because this can over torque and absolutely break this thing to smithereens. But hey, we're we're perfect. I got it directly on 160. And now we can install the rest. Which these are torque to 10. Oh, torque it down. Torque it down. Down. And last one, torque that down. This is really becoming an engine now. This is so close to being able to run. Well, actually, yeah, other than having the alternator not installed yet, this engine could run right now. So, oh, I lied. We don't have fuel injectors. So, now I'm going to install this. I should have brought this over earlier, but I didn't. These are 12 Newton meters. Let's tighten that down. Okay, now that that's in there, we can install the alternator. Now, this is quite picky when it comes to being installed. I hate installing this thing. It's a pain. But we have to do it. I don't know why, but you just have to do this first. And I don't know why it doesn't sit flush, but it just doesn't. So, yeah, like what is this? It's on every engine I do. But then you do a job and it's not like this. So I don't get why mine is like this. It's just a glitch or something, but it's annoying. It's gonna be up here too, but you'll see. You'll see what I mean. This one goes to 40, just like the other one. Oh wait, oh. This one will actually sit flush on the top though. That's something I haven't seen yet. Well, maybe actually. I haven't put the belt on yet. There we go. So let's grab this belt. Wow. This is like a first for me. Oh. Uh, okay, hang on. This one goes here. What? Oh, there. Let me loosen it and then retighten it. There we go. Did I get a bolt mixed up? Why is this not going in? This is not good. So, oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. And it doesn't sit. Alright, ignore that. We're gonna move on. We're not gonna get mad over that. Okay. Next up, I think I'm gonna do the fuel injectors. Hopefully I remember where these go. I think I do. But, start by installing them into the fuel rail, if you will. And it goes, there it goes, that's why. That's why I had it going first. I didn't, so I don't know anymore. I don't know what my organization was, but we've got it figured out. This engine is almost complete. This is looking pretty great. This is the fastest I've ever built an engine because I've actually got it like organized and ready. But I mean, at the same time, I spent 2 hours getting everything organized perfectly. So, I mean, it takes time. Definitely takes time. It's this one first. This will go on right there. And then we're gonna try and put all these on. Okay, I'm just gonna start with the underside. Oh, there we go. I forgot about that. These are 40. Once again. You know what? I'm just gonna... It doesn't matter. Hopefully. It's only the intake. It should be fine. And last one. Okay. Now, we move on to this little boy right here. And intake manifold, I guess is what this is called. We're gonna slap this right inside. And then it goes on just like this. Nice and easy. Just like that. Okay, this is 30 newton meters. Not quite 20. Not quite 40. But 30. And my headphones are dying. Let me plug these in real quick so it stops beeping in my head. This is really loud. Alright, we're back. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what I saw there, but I thought I missed a bolt. But I didn't. Too good for that. Maybe. Okay. Next up is this. This is right on here. Clips right into there. And this goes right on the end of it. Falling over. There we go. And then these bolts. Maybe. There we go. That clicks right into there. We might need to flip this inwards depending on which car we get. $30. Okay. Look at this. We are just about done. Next up, we're going to install. There it is. We're going to install the valve cover, which looks really freaking cool. So, 7.5 Newton meters. That's very little. Okay. Yeah, 7.5. Wrong thing. There we go. Okay. We have the valve cover installed, and this thing is looking great. Wow. It's coming along really good. I actually like this build. Yeah. I also like that I got blue the blue cam gears. And now we're on the last step of this engine. Other than installing it in the car. This is the last step. We're gonna put the coil pack into this car, or into this engine. And then put in the wires, and we're all done. Maybe we can do an extra couple jobs, buy a car, put it in the car, and test it. Maybe we can do that. Because, yeah, I don't have an actual car yet. Well, I mean, I do. I have 2 cars, but not for this engine. And voila! There is your turboed engine. completely from bare block, bare engine. There was nothing, absolutely nothing left of this. What? There was nothing on this engine, and it is completely built now. It's looking pretty sweet too. So yeah, like I was saying, maybe we can find a couple jobs and get some extra. Oh, wait a minute. Functional. It's not even functional. I think I'm gonna buy this. 18,000. I haven't seen one this low since like 4 hours ago, which means it's pretty rare to get one this cheap. I think I might buy it. Yeah, alright. Okay, so now we have a new car. Let's materialize it out of thin air. Let's take a look at this thing real quick before we do anything. I just want to look at this and just see what it's looking like. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. This. Wow. That is insane. I don't think they did any work to this car until I got it. And uh, honestly, I don't know if this is even worth saving. Everything is just completely overdone. It's all shot. All of it. Literally all of it is shot. Yes, let's look at the engine. I mean, there's not much there, but wow. I mean, the writing is coming off of it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this. I'm gonna have to steal this. Okay, maybe I need to buy some new things for it first. Jeez. Don't have to buy those. Okay, I have the air filter. That's okay. It, yeah, this is gonna be rough. Oh boy. I probably should have just saved up and bought a 30,000. Cause I mean, I haven't seen a car this bad ever. Alright, let's take these out so that we can put our new engine on it. I mean, this engine does not serve this car, but just to test it, I guess we're gonna literally max. This is maxed out. 206%. This has not ever had work done to it. I'm just gonna say it. It has not ever had work done to this. That one doesn't even have... Okay, we're out of coolant too. I guess it doesn't matter. I have to refill it anyway. But, oh my gosh. How do I... Oh, this just comes off. Okay, then. I'm gonna... Uh... Hello? There we go. I'm just gonna steal this whole thing. Gosh. Take this off and throw it in the garbage. And I'm gonna disconnect that. There. Okay. And swap it on over. Oh. And then we can reinstall it just like that. It's looking beautiful. I'm just gonna throw these over there for now. And then when we get this in, we can install all of this. This is all for the turbo. This came in the turbo kit. As you can see, this is my other turbo, and it has another radiator, if you will, that goes in front of the the actual radiator, and then it goes right up into the turbo, and then it goes over here. It also goes into the intake. So into the intake. Oh wait. All right. So I guess I'm just gonna just take all of that off. So that's what I'll do. I'll just take literally all of this off. Again. Alright. Yeah, I didn't need that air filter, so I think I'll just save this, put it in the corner. Over there. This with it. Wait. No, I need that. I need that one. So, yeah, I'll just put that in my pocket, actually. Yeah, let's get this engine out of the car. That's first things first. Now I'm just gonna do auto fasten. Because it's not the engine no more. So, let's get all of this out of here. And we can just... What did I just... Oh. You can take the whole engine out of the car. And I'm Super Hulk, I can just carry the whole engine, so... There. Okay, now I'm actually just gonna bolt that up there. I'm not gonna do anything to it. I'm probably just gonna, like, scrap it. I'm just gonna put it in there, and then sell it. Like, it's absolute trash. So, let's get these back in. Let me guess. This is toast. No, they actually added, like, an actual rebuild on the clutch, but nothing else other than that. Nice. Okay. Now we're onto this. We're in this territory now. I'm gonna grab the exhaust first. That just installs beautifully right onto there. And the other three. Oh, no, I lied. I think that's what this right here is for. Yep. This will bolt or clip right onto the front right there. Perfect. Just like that. And drop the others. Okay. Yeah, we have all of that in. Now I need to... Actually, I'm going to leave that up. How is this bolted in? Let's take it out first. And then we're going to come over here. Grab these bolts, and we're going to go bolt this in. Okay, it goes on the outside. That's cool. I didn't really know how this worked. I haven't used this car for a turbo yet, so that's nifty to know. And now we're going to grab these. This is where the fun part comes in. Quote unquote, fun. Oh. I lied. I think it's pretty easy. I think it's just done now. On this one, it took a lot of finagling. So it took this pipe, and then this extra little silver pipe, and then the down pipe, and then this one just went straight in. But yeah, this one took a lot of, like, because I hadn't done it before, so it just was like a bunch of brainstorming. this one doesn't need it, so I guess we can go put all of these back in the corner. I don't know if I need any of these. I need one. No, I don't need any of these. Wait, I don't know now. I'm gonna take this. I don't know. What clips this one on? I don't know what clips onto that one. I know that clip's there. Is this the same? It's not. So maybe I do take one of these over. Okay, yeah. There we go. So that's it for that. So the turbo's just on. The engine's in. Okay, all I need now are these pieces of doo-doo. And some coolant and some oil. And that's all I need. So yeah, now I'm gonna go get the coolant and the oil. I'm gonna start with the oil. Okay. Right there. And drop that down right into there. Okay, this one's straight up and down. I don't need a thing for it. Oh, there we go. And that is right on the line, but it's on the fill line, so it's good. It's good enough. Let's put these back. Exhaust is connected, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So put that on, and then oh, I don't know if I can put that back on anymore. Oh shoot. Oh, hello. I need to buy some stuff. I need these. Another $500 down the drain. It's cool though. Now it'll fit. Oh, hello. There we go. There we go. That's what was keeping us from putting the hood on. And yeah, that's that. Now, all of the other warnings about everything else being like completely broken, we're not gonna worry about. We're gonna worry about if the engine works. That's what I care about. So, we're gonna go into garage. We're gonna go into test car. Missing parts. Valve cover gaskets. Huh? The valve cover. There's a gasket on that. Oof. The engine turns over but will not start. It's because of this. Valve cover gasket. On valve cover type 2. Okay. Let me just get a picture of that so that I remember it. And let's go in here real quick. Cover gaskets. Oh, I got you. That's an easy fix. It's just annoying because it didn't tell me if anything else was messed up or not. Because I have to take all of this off. Bro. Whatever. Let's just do it. Let's just get it done with. Get it done with. Should I just do it right here in the car? I think I'm going to. I'm just gonna do it right here. I gotta use more coolant though. But, oh well. I'm just gonna auto fasten all of these. It doesn't really matter. So, yeah. I'm gonna speed run this. So, I'm just gonna get this done real quick. I'm just gonna do my usual. Just go through it all real quick and get to it. And here we go. The one little thing I was missing. There it is. Ooh, bless me. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm auto-fastening, but... Oh well, I did, hand fastening for the whole engine, so I think it's okay. It's just the valve cover, it's not really gonna matter. So, yeah. It was fun though doing the hand fastening, because I don't normally do that, I just do this. Then we can connect that back up. And just like that, we're back to normal. So now we just gotta add coolant again. It's a waste of a whole bottle, but it's okay. It's alright. It's quicker without the cone too, because it just siphons better. It just goes straight in instead of taking a whole minute to just drain. So, is it full or am I just missing? I'm just missing. No, it's just full. Cool. And that's gonna go in there because it won't be enough for anything else. And it'll throw me off. So I might as well just throw it out. That's what that's for. I don't know what the difference was. Alright, let's try this once again, shall we? The engine turns over but will not start. Okay, that's that's not a good sign. That's a really bad sign, actually. That didn't happen with that car. That one just started and ran, but... might have forgotten something. Got the fuel injectors. Yeah. Turns over but will not start. It doesn't really give me very much information. Is it this? The timing? The timing looks right. Like if you're like in line with it, it's hard to get in line there. The timing's accurate, which is a bad thing because that means that that's not what's causing this engine to fail. Crankshaft pulley. Why is this not brand new? This was a brand new crankshaft pulley. What? Whoa. What kind of glitch is this? That was a brand new crankshaft pulley. Right? I think it was. Did I really just forget to buy that? Wow. That's impressive. I just didn't buy the crankshaft pulley. That's not what's keeping us from running, though. I know that for a fact. Is it just the radiator hose? Not radiatoring? I don't know. Well, I've been working on this engine for 2 hours. So I think I'm gonna take a break for today. Come back some other time maybe. And see if I can get it to run. But yeah, I'll try and keep you guys updated, but yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I don't really know why it's doing that. So I think that is going to be a wrap for today's stream. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later.